Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put together this cute cow applique pattern. I'll show you several variations at the end, one one without the spots, one without the eyelashes, and one with some horns. But for now, here's how to put it together. All right, this is the video showing you how to put together the cow block if you do have a light box. So very quickly, I'm going to show you my setup. I've got 3 layers here. I have my light box. I've got the brightness turned up as high as it'll go. I've got my placement guide, and I have a clear silicone sheet. I've got all of my pieces cut out on the solid lines, so I have one thing I need to do before I can start assembling. So I can ignore all of these, almost all of these dotted lines. They are placement guides, which we don't need because we have the light box. But 2 of them are stitching lines, so we do need to transfer those. So one of those stitching lines is the mouth. So before I peel that paper backing off, I'm just going to transfer that line to the fabric side of this piece. And on the face, I want to put eyelashes on this cow. So I am going to transfer those eyelashes as well. So these are all just, this is just a fine tip Sharpie. It's a permanent pen, and that is okay because we are going to stitch over all of these lines with black thread. So the fact that there is permanent black marker hiding underneath the black thread is not a problem. All right, so everything's ready now. We are going to start with piece number 1. So this is the version of the block that I'm going to do that is the works. So we are going to include all of the spots. We are going to include the eyelashes. We are going to include the horns. So this one has got everything. So we're starting with piece number 1, which is the shoulder piece. So when I position this on my block later, I'm going to make sure that that lines up with the bottom edge of my quilt block, because this is what I call snapshot style. So we are taking a picture of the cow, we are zooming in on her face. She has more body, it's just not in the frame. And to get that illusion, we want to frame it so that the bottom edge is trapped in that seam allowance, not floating up in the block. If you want the head floating in the middle of the block, just don't use the shoulder piece, and then you'll have the head and you can position that right in the middle of the block. So, okay, that is the piece number 1. Now number 2, because the numbers tell you not only which piece is which, but also what order to lay them down in. So 2 is this ear, and 3 is the other ear. And then 4 is one of the horns. There we go. And 5 is the other horn. And now 6 is the top part of the head. Now I did this as an entire head, even though we're going to put a spot here, because I wanted to give you the option to not have to include the spots. So if you don't want the extra layer of bulk there, you can just cut away the top of the head piece a little bit. I'm pulling out the piece that I peeled off the back. You could always cut it just a little bit inside that dotted line. Imagine you could cut it like, that's not writing on that very well at all. You could cut it something like that, so that you would still have a little bit of overlap, but you would lose that little bit of bulk if you're worried about it. I don't usually worry about it. So that is piece number 6. Number 7 is her big muzzle, nose, mouth, whatever you call that thing, that part of the cow. I think it's a muzzle. All right, now 8 is one of these eyes. And if you're having trouble seeing the numbers or the lines through the layers of fabric, just touch it so that it is making actual physical contact, and the lines will show through much, much better. The fabric, because it has the adhesive on the back, it tends to just bow up just a tiny little bit. And when you lose that contact between the layers, it makes it harder to see the lines shining through. So 9 is the other eye. And then 10 and 11 are these nostrils. Just slightly smaller ovals than the eyes. And then 12 is that spot up in the corner of the head, which again, you can leave off if you don't want to throw the works at it. But I wanted to do one where I did everything. Now, 13 is the spot on this side of the shoulder. And 14 is the spot in the middle of her chest. And then 15, she has one more little bit of a spot on the other corner of her shoulders. All right, that is all of the pieces. Everything looks good. Very happy with the layout. So I am going to very carefully lift up the silicone mat, carry it over to my ironing board, and fuse everything into place. Just follow the directions on whatever brand of fusible adhesive you use. I use Heat and Bond Light for all of my quilts. I'm going to fuse it right on the silicone mat and let it cool, and then I will peel it off and it'll act like one big iron-on, and I'll position it on its final block, fuse that, and then do all of the outline stitching, and I'll bring it back here and show you the finished block, as well as show you 2 other versions that I made, including one with no horns, one with no spots, and no eyelashes, just so you can see some of the different ways that you can play around with the options. All right, here is the finished cow. This one I made with the spots, with the eyelashes, but without the horns, and I've got another version. This version has the horns, but no eyelashes and no spots, and I did one more. This version has the works. It's got horns, it's got eyelashes, and it's got spots. All of the fabric and all of the samples that you see is available in my Spoonflower shop. I designed it all especially for applique. So that is how you put together the cow applique pattern. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I'll see you next time.